Hi guys, I'm Sapphire of Sapphire Speaks, and I am back with your oracle message for the day. Um, and I'm so excited to be back, which is absolutely funny. If anybody knows anything about what happened in Houston and Texas, actually, and the crazy weather that we had, and how so many of us were unprepared for it. Um, yeah, it was a little brutal. It was, to say the least. But it just really of course, I'm always looking at the lessons and everything. It just kind of opened my eyes to situations that I don't want to be in. I want to be prepared for. And I was having this conversation with my best friend, and she's telling me, like, you couldn't have been prepared for this. You couldn't have been prepared for this. And I think this has everything to do with the oracle message or the message that I'm receiving of surviving to thriving and self sabotage and those type of mindsets. So again, my best friend is telling me that this is something you couldn't have been prepared for, but in a mindset of somebody who has um, always been in survival mode. You're always been in survival mode. You're not able to allow your guard to be down. You're not able to fuck up. You, you don't have those opportunities to fuck up because those opportunities to fuck up could be absolutely detrimental. And so you're always preparing. You're always preparing. And I'm saying those things to let you know that that's a mindset of survival. So even when you are in a place where things are going great and things are you are able to thrive. You're able to manifest everything it is that you want. You have the things it is that you want. When you're in that survival mindset, your actions are those of a person who is still in survival mode. And so your thriving mode can be hindered, okay? Because you are living like somebody who is trying to survive. Now, mind you, I totally get what she's saying, but again, being the person that I am, there are just situations that I don't want to be put in anymore. And so it has really made me go inside and see the things it is that I need to do and just things I need to put into place so that these unexpected moments don't take me off guard, don't knock me off my note, don't put me in a situation to where I am excuse me, put me in a situation to where I am without options, Like as we walk into and step into this new path and this new cycle in our life, we want to not put ourselves in positions to where we are without options. Okay? Again, this is from surviving to thriving. This is checking our self sabotage mindset, all of that. We have to go inside and go, okay, where can we get better? Where can we do better? So as we attract better into our lives, we are not looking at other people going, well, you didn't and you didn't and you didn't. What can we do? Are we doing everything that we can do and are supposed to do to ensure that you know, the things it is that we want, need, and desire are coming to us. Okay. So the cards that are pulled, and there is a mess of cards on this table. Let's see. Okay. A mess of cards on my table. So enchantment, birth, blessings, sorrow, sacred union. Every journey starts with a single step, legacy of light, conscious connections, the perfection of your life. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Trust yourself. Inspiration, shock of the new, golden path, spirals of manifestation, yin, yes. Round and round, deep knowing, loyal heart, peace, treasure island, breathe, observer, transience, never ending story, And the underlying energies are rigid, complicated cycles, lust, differences, priestess of fire, and vision. Okay, let's get this started. So, I feel like as we have been walking into this newness, because that's what we doing, right? We walking into the newness. We're calling in those things it is that we really want. We're getting very clear on what we want out of life, what we want from whether it's a job, whether we want from relationships, whether it's what we want from friendships to see out of our kids. We're calling in the newness in every aspect of our lives. What does that look like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? What are you doing on a daily basis? We're getting inspiration. You're being advised to trust yourself. You're being advised to go on this golden path. Go with what it is that you feel. What do you feel? What do you feel? These round and round and cycles are the same, two of the same cards. So this thing, there's something that is attempting to close out this path of survival, this mindset of survival is attempting to close out. And the thing it is um that I think about, and I wrote about this in my book. I have a book out called Love Letters to My Broken Heart, and I'm very open about the lessons that I've learned in my past relationships, my, past marriage, and all the things that I've gone through. And it's those cycles, those things that we no longer want to go through, those people that we no longer want to attract into our lives, those lessons that we no longer want to attract into our lives. It's getting so deep within ourselves, it's getting to know ourselves, what it is that it's going to take for us, not for somebody else. Because the person that you bring into your life is simply a compliment. The job that you bring into your life is simply a compliment. The kids, the thing it is that you are doing is simply a compliment to who you are. It's an expression, it's a blessing. You wanted this and you were blessed with this. Okay? So the thing it is to get so deep within knowing who you are and what it is that you stand for, that the things that come into your life are simply compliments. Allow this cycle of survival, this mindset of survival to go. And of course, that means being vulnerable. And I am working on that, I must say. Like a lot of us, it's that coming back to who we were before the bullshit. That person who got lost in their day, that serendipity, that, amazement by everything. It's so funny because I will, when I'm in a car, I look outside the window and like I'm seeing the world for the first time. And I'm caught up in how beautiful life is. I'm caught up in the things that I want to do, the places that I want to go. I'm caught up in the restaurants that I want to go eat at. I'm caught up in the clubs that I want to go dance at. I'm caught up in, those getting caught up in, excuse me, what your life looks like outside of your box. This rigidity, these underlying energies, rigidity, complicated. It's complicated. It's rigid. You're so rigid with your boundaries. You're so rigid with, it has to be like this and this and this and this and this. And we're allowing our boundaries to become walls. And it's to get in that safe place within yourself. It's to get, with your creator. Look, I want someone in my life. I want a job in my life, but I'm afraid of this like being so very fucking open and honest and vulnerable with who you are and knowing what it is that you want and being open. That yin is receiving. Being open and allowing that thing to come in, allowing that thing to manifest, allowing that thing to become everything it is that you want, need, and desire. And I get, it doesn't always feel easy. I get that sometimes it feels a little complicated. I get that sometimes, when someone's loving on you in the way that you want to be loved, or when people are celebrating you in the way that you want to be celebrated, we have this tendency to be like, oh no, I wish I could be, or I'm trying, downplaying yourself. That's a survival mindset. Not being able to accept your flowers. Okay? We have got to get into the place of allowing people to love on us. And I know I get, the last time somebody loved, no, no, no. See, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about the hurt. We're not going to talk about the pain. Those are places of references, and those are not situations that we are going to stay in. What we're going to talk about is our thriving. What we're going to talk about is everything that we want, because there are spirals of manifestation going on. Shock of the new. There's inspiration. Excuse me. There are conscious connections. There's enchantment. There's rebirth. There's blessings here. There's Treasure Island here. There's Loyal Heart here. See, you are asked to breathe. You on top of the deck is celebration. There is so much to be grateful. We are walking into so much great things, so many great opportunities. There are so many great things, so many people that are ready to bless us. There's so much that is coming in that is about to just pour into our cup, but it can't pour into our cup if we are so rigid with what it is that it has to come this way. It has to come this way. It has to be a white car. It has to have tinted windows. It has to have like gold rims, and then one on the side is a hubcap. Like, we're so rigid in how this situation has to play out that we won't allow the things it is that we want and we need and we desire to thrive in. I get, I absolutely get being totally nervous. We're not going to say afraid. We're going to say nervous. I get that. I get how vulnerability, how nervous it can make you feel. I get how going on this new path can make you feel. But if you think of all the beautiful things, if you think of the situations that you've been through and the red flags that you saw, and you speak on, I'm not attracted to those things anymore. I'm not attracted to people who are going to come in and steal my joy. I'm not attracted to hurt. I'm not attracted to pain. I'm not attracted to trauma bonding. I'm not attracted to those things. Those things leave my life easily, effortlessly, and completely. And we need to get so serious with saying this on a daily basis. We need to get so serious with pouring into our cup on a daily basis. We need to get so serious with our self love on a daily basis so that when those things come into our lives, we are not so, oh my God, you behind the little shit. Oh, you bought me a cup. You bought me a glass. You did this. You did that. Those are things we have to get in this place of thriving. We need to get very, very accustomed to some things. Very accustomed to people appreciating what we bring to the table. Very accustomed to seeing our worth and our greatness and our steps. Very accustomed to loving on ourselves and doing loving things for ourselves. Very accustomed to people loving on us. Very accustomed to our business is thriving, very accustomed to our bills being paid in advance, very accustomed to us having deeds for property, very accustomed to traveling in luxury and being in luxury, very accustomed to our bank accounts overflowing, very fucking accustomed to this. We need to. It's time to. It's time to allow these cycles of survival to fucking go. It's time to allow yourself to see your steps and understand that whatever it is that you went through, somebody didn't make it. Somebody didn't make it. It's okay for you to be nervous but still take the steps. It's okay for you to be nervous and to, check and recheck and all of that or whatever, but still take the steps. It's okay for you to celebrate yourself for taking the steps. It's okay for you to pour into your cup. It's okay for you to keep moving. It's okay for you to be sad for those people who could not go along with you. It's okay. You can't take everybody with you. One of the best conversations that I had the other day with Bruja Barbie was that there are some people who they want you to do all the work and then they want to meet you there. They want you to pay for everything, do everything, this and that. They want you to be their cheerleader, pour into their cup continuously and not do any of the work. No, it's okay to, no, I don't, no, if you're not taking the steps. Because me seeing the things that I was doing to sabotage myself, me seeing the steps that I was taking to stop love from coming in, to stop my heart from opening up, to stop myself from receiving greatness, this took work. So, yes, you might be able to come in and on some of the celebrations, but I am not putting anybody on my back anymore because that's survival mode and dragging them along with me. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. See, people say it's lonely at the top. No, no, it's not lonely at the top. Because if you have 5 quality motherfuckers with you, that's way more than 20 bullshit ass people. That's way more than 100 bullshit ass people. I'd rather quality over quantity on any single day. That's where these conscious connections are coming in because we're calling in quality people. We're calling in people who are thriving, people with the same mindset, people who are walking the same direction, taking the same path of luxury, wealth, travel, greatness, amazingness. That's where these conscious connections are. The perfection of your life. What does your life look like? Are you willing to allow that to come in? Are you speaking life into your steps? And again, I've said this before, but I've taken certain words out of my language. Out of my, yeah, we're not saying hoping. I'm not saying anything that sounds like I didn't, that, that sounds like I might be struggling. I'm not saying any of those words. I did it or I didn't do it. You did it or you didn't do it. I am celebrating myself every step of the way. I am taking myself on dates. I am, drinking wine in the middle of the day, celebrating the fact that I have bloop, 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 whatever it is that you've done. I am patting on myself on the back. I am congratulating myself for going to school and grades. I am pouring into my cup first because I know that I cannot give anybody else something that I do not have. If I do, I make them a thief of what it is that I need. Come on. All that glitters isn't gold. You're seeing those aspects of yourself. It's okay. You're seeing where you could get better. You're seeing where you are getting better. You're speaking to those aspects of yourself and you're allowing yourself to say, yes, this is what I went through, but this will not be the thing that take over my life. If you're not, you need to. Because if you don't, it will. So that sorrow could also be you letting those aspects of yourself go. That sorrow could also be you allowing yourself to release those attachments to people, places, and things that kept you in that mindset, that kept you constantly in survival mode, constantly in panic mode, constantly feeling like you're not worthy, you're not deserving, you're not bringing anything to the table. It's okay. It's okay. Is for us to not get so stuck in our healing and our faults and the mistakes that we've made that we will not allow amazing people, places, things, situations to come into our lives. We are so worthy. Like there's celebration and blessings and Shaka the New, there's golden path, there's inspiration, there's so much amazingness that is out here. This regeneration and birth are two of the same cards. You're allowing yourself. You're seeing you're seeing where you could be. You're seeing who you could possibly be. You're seeing what you can create because we're co-creating this. Where you are right now, if you don't like where you are, you don't like the people that you're around, you can remove yourself from the situation. If you don't like this person that you've become, you can become a different person. You can do something different. You cannot attach yourself, you can ensure that you don't attach yourself to people, places, and things that keep you in a mindset of survival, of being less than. You can co create something else. You can release that mindset of I'm so used to people using and abusing me, and you can look at it from a place of power and say, okay, well, there must be something amazing about me. I'm going to tap into that. I'm going to work on me so much that if somebody comes into my life, I can discern that shit from the fucking get up. And I also know that everything works together for the greatness. Come on. So, survival to thriving is getting it in your mind first. It's releasing it in your mind, allowing your actions to follow suit. And that's releasing all those things that has kept you bound, that has not seen the beauty in you, that won't allow you to expand, that keeps making you feel down and feel, dishonored. And it's to understand that unfortunately, those are some of the things in life. We don't have to keep ourselves in those situations. We don't have to keep, you know, hitting ourselves over the head with those things that we've been through. We can allow that shit to go. We can co-create a new life. We can work on our mind. We can get so tight within ourselves and our self-love. We can love on ourselves so much that everything around us has to elevate or leave our fucking sight. Those are options. And again, I talk about my self-sabotage and some of the funniest stories ever. Some of the funniest lessons that I've ever learned. And of course, when I was going through them and in those situations, it just, yeah, I went through some rough patches. I went through my hair falling out. I went through, a marriage, well, a divorce. I went through just a lot of complicated things. And again, it's in my book. My book is called Love Letters to a Broken Heart. You can get it on Kindle Publishing, also on Amazon. I am working on getting hard copies so that you can contact me directly and I'll send them directly to you. Um, but I will post the links for the book so you can read it because maybe you've gone through some of the same things. Maybe you need to, or you like to understand that you're not doing this alone. We're not navigating these things alone. And it helps to know that there's somebody who has taken the same steps as you have, who has been in the same situation and is walking towards and accepting and receiving because we're receiving healing, blessings, all of that, and getting enchanted with our lives. Okay? This is Sapphire of Sapphire Speaks. If you'd like an oracle message, I'm sorry, an oracle read, you can DM me on Instagram at only one sapphire, or follow my YouTube. The link is in my bio. As always, it's been a pleasure.